Alright, gamers, we're just getting set up, and we're gonna play some Marvel's Avengers here in a minute. Alright, gamers, what's up? We have just finished the weekly marketplace breakdown video, and I saw, like, in the latest sort of news thing they did here, Omega Level Threat Family Reunion, earn exotics 3 times per week, Mega Hives, earn exotics 3 times per week, and double XP. So all that is live today until September the 5th. 2nd. Alright, September 2nd. From August 5th to September 2nd. So that's quite a bit of rewards per week. So all good stuff there. So yeah, that's part of the reason why I was like, you know what, we don't usually, sometimes we do a live, it's very inconsistent as to whether we live stream on Thursdays, but usually Thursday night with Sim, and that will be happening tonight, I believe. And we'll probably attempt to do a lot of that stuff on the PS5. So I thought, let's hop on the PC and let's get some work done here. And potentially grind for some really good loot.
Our ex-friend, Maestro. And because he's involved, Matty Cho wants us to collect a gamma sample. Look, I know it's risky, but it'll advance her research a lot. So we're doing it. For science.
Yeah, for science, totally. Don't worry about it.
Another successful jump to the future. Let's get that gamma sample. We're around the same time and location as we found Maestro before.
All right, this does look pretty cool.
Aren't a complete match though, so expect the unexpected.
Why does this look cool and the other bright colored outfits don't? Anybody answer that for me? Why do I like this, but why do I hate the tie-dye outfits or whatever? Like,
I hate time travel as much as the next guy, but if we can find a way to keep Hulk from turning into a dictatorial maniac, this will all be worth it.
alright, so we're going after Maestro here.
I like that little gamma doctor, but she practically guilted me into this mission. Really need to learn how to say no more.
Hey G! Hey G coming in. What's up? How's it going? Thanks for checking out that little post I had there. I was kind of not reacting to any sort of particular instance, but I just think we're seeing a lot of stuff in general, just maybe online, maybe within the industry, where we're just like, why isn't my favorite game out now? Why do they keep delaying? You know, and it's like, you know, there's a lot of reasons, and you gotta be a little understanding of a lot of the developers are not even working in the studio. They're like, you know, they're working from home and like having to upload their work onto like servers and stuff and use a VPN and stuff like that. You know, and like for everyone that doesn't either wear a mask or get the vaccine, or, you know, or act in a way that doesn't further spread these variants, yeah, we're in a little tricky spot there.
Dustier than last time?
And of course that is
possible?
in understanding that not everyone can get the shot, but you know, the people that choose not to for selfish reasons is a different thing entirely. And yeah, the numbers are like really going up. It's getting a little scary again. Because I was on a trip last week, and where I went down in South Texas, the
last one we fought.
The ICU was already filling up with COVID patients and unvaccinated COVID patients. That's not to say the people who have the vaccine don't get it, but the majority of the people that find themselves in the emergency room and being put on ventilators, which by the way is a giant tube that they shove all the way down your throat, all the way down here. So if you hate wearing a mask, you're really gonna hate a massive tube. It's been increasing here as well. Jesus, I hate it. All we had to do was a few simple things to kind of put this behind us, or at least, you know, try to. At least, you know what I mean? Yeah, and then that's if vents are available. That's true. And then imagine you're coming into the ICU hot off a heart attack or a car wreck. They might not have room for you. You might die as a result of someone else's selfishness because they're taking up a bed because they didn't want to make proactive decisions about their health and for the health of those around them. Because there are people that can't get the vaccine due to health reasons, and they need to be protected by other people protecting themselves and others by, you know, doing the things, wearing the mask, getting the vaccine, sometimes both. It's looking like I'm probably gonna have to put that mask back on because I just really don't want to catch this. I've seen people that have long haul symptoms, and someone came into our business just the other day. She was very young, and she is now on oxygen. That's now a part of her life. She's just going to have to be on oxygen. She was like probably mid-30s. I still wear mine if I'm out. Yeah, I guess I kind of got comfortable with, you know, being vaccinated, and I was like, you know, for a while there was a lot of hesitation, and I was like, okay, I'll start not wearing it, and then now it's really looking like, oh crap. It's really looking bad right now. It's really looking like, yeah, you need to put that back on, Chief. You know, and because I'm around a lot of elderly people that may not be able to get the vaccine as well. So I have to think about them. I have to think about them as well as myself and my family, stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah, isn't that terrible though? But you would think that would be enough fear for a young person, because they're also saying that right now, especially in Texas, it appears to be a lot of young people, especially in my area, which I won't get into too much detail, but yeah, they are. It's the youngsters that are not willing to get it. Because maybe because we go to Facebook and Twitter for all our news.
Uh-oh! Not doing so hot!
Oh, scared the hell out of me. A similar feeling, but then watching how everything's going, can't risk it. Yeah.
Feeling pretty crappy!
Yeah, I think 100% right. Yeah, and I noticed just within the past few weeks, more people were starting to wear masks, and it's strange because my area, especially Texas, was very anti-mask, so it's kind of weird to see everybody going like, oh shit, this is a real problem now. And I was like, why couldn't you have prevented the deaths of 500,000 Americans? 600,000, right? It's like 610,000 right now.
Patience, goons. You're
Yeah, the
next.
social media news cycle. There you go. Yeah. I was trying. It's like right around the corner, isn't it? Some sort of healing.
Your knight in high-tech armor is here.
Okay, you don't have to gloat about it. What is it? I noticed also that a lot of listen, don't judge me. Also noticed that a lot of people on Bumble are vaccinated. So I just thought that was interesting that they implemented that feature. I guess people could lie. I guess that's true. I guess you could lie just to further incentivize people to date you because they think you're in the clear. But yeah, you know, I saw that. Thought that was interesting. That has become so ingrained in our culture that it's literally a dating criteria at this point, just like your political leanings or your favorite type of food, or if you're a vegetarian. yeah, it's part of Bumble at least. I'm not sure about Tinder. Oh my gosh, I'm doing really terrible right now. But yeah, I noticed it was on Bumble,
Appreciate the assist.
where you can tick a little box and let people know that you're vaccinated. And then also, you can also state sort of, you're like comfortable, like the, how do you say it? Like the criteria for a COVID era date. So you can decide, hey, I'd prefer that we wear masks. Hey, I prefer that we gather in or we meet in a crowded location, which is usually good for a first date anyway. Or, you know, uncrowded locations if you're trying to, you know, so like it's kind of interesting how they've integrated this, all this caution into the dating apps. I think it's funny, but it's kind of cool, and it's kind of safe and cautious. I'm sure all these dating apps want to figure out ways that they can continue to maximize their profits. I'm sure during COVID there were probably not a lot of people going on dates, and I think I had heard that the people using their app were mainly using it just to chat because it was like kind of too risky to meet up with strangers, you know? Basically what dating is.
Guess I do, but
So kind of crazy, yeah. Like, yeah, kind of a responsible move, but maybe also kind of an evolutionary thing. What would happen if they didn't? They would just, if they didn't innovate, they would probably be left behind, and people would have quit using the app or their website or whatever it may be. And I was surprised to see so much of that in my area, because I think when I was browsing during the election cycle, which is probably the last time I ever browsed, it was like, the vaccine's a hoax. All these girls in Texas were just like, Trump won, and I'm like, I don't think I want to date you if you're living in denial already. You're not even dating me, and you're already in denial. No. Only fantasy worlds I like my women living in are D&D. Not Trump's fantasy land. We would have also accepted Disneyland.
I got a feeling he's gonna be the last.
but with a mask, probably. I think they Disneyland. Dude, Disney made a fast pivot so quick. Literally, like weeks ago, they had just rescinded the mask mandate and all that stuff for their parks. And they were like, yeah, 2-year-olds won't have to wear masks. And then, like, literally, like, a few weeks later, they're like, oh shit, it's getting bad again. And they were like, alright, time to get the mask. I don't know why I think that's funny, but just like the ridiculous pivot of just how quickly, how bad things can get. That massive corporations are thinking that, hey, we're in the clear, and then like, oh shit, no, we're not. Because you notice that with the movie industry too, right? Like A Quiet Place 2, and what was another big movie that just came out now, where in the trailer they're saying, hey, it's made for theaters. And that's the reason why it's not coming out on HBO Max or Disney Plus or whatever in their premiere services. And I was like, dude, we're not out of the woods yet, man. Like, I'm still not going to the movie, and now I'm even more not going to the movie theater than before. I already didn't want to go.
Bet even Shield's a little jealous.
I already have enough people kicking my seat and sneezing and coughing and, you know, like, and then reaching into the popcorn after they sneeze or cough into their hand. Oh, imagine that. Imagine how gross we already were before COVID.
We should probably keep our trips to the future on the down low from the rest of
us. Oh my god. The movie experience is gonna have to be like, there's gonna have to be like valet service, there's gonna have to be, you know, they're gonna have to up the standards a little bit after, in a post-COVID world. You're gonna be like, yes, here's your lobster, yes? Like, they're gonna have to really have some big incentives, like half off weekend tickets or something. I don't know.
I hate this.
Yeah, and I love movies. Yeah, and I prefer Alamo. Oh my gosh, Alamo is so great. Yeah, I think that's the only place I'll go, honestly. Or of a similar brand, you know, if I'm in one of the big cities and they don't have an Alamo. If they have a similar brand that allows you to dine in a recliner and, you know, live it up a little bit. What was my... I've forgotten. What was my gear? High caliber shot. Ooh. Shot. I don't like this. Not willing to whisk. No, I can't even say the words. Not willing to whisk it all. Not willing to. I can't even say words. No, I'm not. Wasn't AMC like the fucking garbage company that was like, we're not gonna do a mask thing. We're not gonna clean our seats. We're just gonna do business as usual. Didn't they like reopen during the heart of the pandemic when it was at its worst and we were like, guys, we should really be careful now. And AMC is like, but our profits. And then they like reopened. And then of course people kept dying. So I'm like, isn't that you, bro? Wasn't that you that did that? Was that you? I think that was you. I don't even know if I have any AMC theaters around me. I'm sure they're all collapsing as we speak. We have Cinemark, we have Alamo, which Alamo was a big step up for our area. I feel like we never get nice things in our area. And that's because we don't like to pay taxes. Another fun fact about being a Texan, we don't like to pay taxes. So we can't have nice things like public parks or healthcare. or proper education. Oh, they tried it. Alamo's newest in the area. Oh. And wasn't it also Alamo that had the what was it? It was like the Purell backpacks with the like fucking flamethrowers. Like it was like the bug repellent dudes, you know, that come into your house with the backpack and they come in and they like super soak. Well, they were doing that to the seats in the theater. They were like and they were like, it's safe. Because they hosed down the... No, they didn't. I can't believe they did that. I literally laughed and then died. I was like, I can't believe, number one, how just nasty that is, and how irresponsible and desperate that looks. To just basically take a fire hose of Germex to your movie theater. AMC, Regal, or the regular ones. There you go. There you go.
Maybe that'll draw Maestro out of hiding.
I mean, should we fault them for like trying to innovate and trying to preserve their business during COVID? I mean, it's adapt or die.
You're supposed to be dead.
Where are we?
It's adapt or die
Get the memo.
in this type of climate.
By all means, join me. We'll correct.
But
this
I'm not sure they're adapting in a
mistake.
pleasing way when they're saying like hey, get your butt off your couch and come catch the plague while you watch a movie. Don't worry, we hose down the seats. They'll be nice and wet.
Survival clause is actually written into our Avengers contracts.
Sit in the seat.
Let's take him out.
That's what the seats sound like. And that's if they're not leather. That's one of our Cinemark has cloth. They still have the plushy like cloth seats. The running back of immediate statements and actions is something they really should consider. Yeah, they've definitely they definitely made a lot of boo-boos as far as their press releases and such. No closet. Listen, my small town, that's what we have in our shitty little Cinemark. Listen, we have 6 screens, and that doesn't mean you can watch 6 movies in our town. You don't just get to watch 6 movies,
Oh, we do,
all right?
and we
'Cause
will.
that would be
Just not like this.
extraordinary, because a lot of times they'll do Fast and Furious gets 2 theaters. Or there's a 3D showing of Star Wars. And they never show anything old like Alamo does. They only show the new stuff that you don't care about.
Maddie better be ready for a pile of work on our hands when we get back. There's a chest
I
with
think our
Dia
theater
close
also
by.
boycotted the Alamo movie. There was like an Alamo movie that came out when I was in high school, and they were like, it makes Texas look bad or something. I don't remember what the exact bickering was, but it was something like that. It was like, it makes us look mean. It was like, it's about Texas independence, and I don't know. We're like, it makes us look like losers because we lost that battle. Like, I don't remember what it was. It was something like that. It was some weird
You gotta be
critique.
kidding.
I remember back in the day, it'd be like 5 theaters of the latest movie. Ugh, no variety. No variety. Ugh. What is happening right now? I don't know why, that was pretty awesome. Oh, movie theaters. I hope we make it long enough to go to one. And by we, I don't mean you and me, I mean just the human race. Our species. That's all you can do is laugh like a maniac. There was literally, listen, things are so grim. Things are so grim in Texas. Look at this. Alright, literally, actually, physically, on the news, they literally had people, not only from our state government, but also doctors and such, on the news saying, you know, oh hey, it's important to wear a mask. It's important to get vaccinated. Of course that's true. But they were also saying there will be no more mask mandates. The executive order that the governor passed does not allow counties, cities, schools to do a mask mandate. I think businesses can do it, but you might. It seems like a lot of people are wanting to sue businesses for not allowing people in without the mask. So there might be potential blowback there, even if that's not constitutional. But here's the big thing. Other than all that hopelessness, here was the other big thing they said. They said the state is not sending us any aid. There will be no extra ventilators, no extra doctors coming in from out of town to help, or you know, all the things that they had to mobilize in 2020 when our hospitals were overbooked. They just came on the news and said, there's no hope. There's no backup. This is it. There's no government funds. There's no aid. There's no this. There's no that. Help is not on the way. That was literally part of the phrase. Help is not on the way. And that's what our Texas government has left us at. We are, you know, that's how much the GOP in our state believes this is a hoax and that things are over. And, you know, they'll say cute little things like you should get vaccinated and wear a mask, but they'll also say that it's your personal decision to decide that. They won't recommend that you do it necessarily. They'll just say, hey, you can do it, and you might consider it, but they won't say like, hey, look, I did it, you should too. 'Cause sometimes it takes watching your idols get a shot to convince, just like children, you know. If we show Captain America getting a vaccine, a child will do it. But you got to figure out what the adult equivalent is. Is it Sean Hannity? You have to watch Hannity get a shot? What is this? They didn't go so far as banning the mask mandate. Yeah, it's our governor here in Texas, Abbott. He loves getting rid of things. So he wants to make sure that there can be no future mask mandates, no matter how bad it gets. They said, we don't care how bad it gets in the schools with your kids who can't get the vaccine because they're under 12. This is a terrible time to be a parent. I'd be out of my mind in stress and fear. I'd probably look into like homeschooling my kids if that were a thing, a viable option. Because you can't force other people to vaccinate their kids. That's already a problem with the anti-vaxxer movement. Yeah, they're super eager. Yeah, they never wanted the kids out of school to begin with, and it was like, dude, that's where the virus is spreading, and especially in our town, where it was just primarily, I would say, a retirement community. People's kids go to church. People's kids go to the supermarket. They touch everything. They sneeze on everything. Like, dude, there's no escaping that. Uh-oh. He's kind of glitching through. No, dude, don't. Thor, you fucking. Yeah, so that's one of the chief concerns. Yeah, the higher probability to be carriers. That's what has me concerned. Is I don't really go and do too much and interact with too many different groups of people. And
Avengers.
a lot of the people I do interact with, I usually know the circumstances. I know if they've been vaccinated or if they're wearing a mask or if they're being cautious or not. You know, I usually know all that information. But when you go to church or the supermarket, it's like, dude, you don't know what anybody's. You don't know everyone's preferences, and this was so politicized that it's quite dangerous. But everything was so heavily politicized that just threw caution to the wind. Yeah, so kind of just like horrible news, like from the state of Texas. Just like if this was Independence Day, we'd be surrendering to the aliens. The Texas governor would just be like, well, I guess they win. They gave me a pretty good deal. I'm gonna be part of the alien overlords council, and he's gonna enslave the rest of you, but I'm gonna whistle around my little wheelchair and
I'm in some trouble here.
look at you guys while they're beating you and hitting you with laser beams and probing you. 'Cause that's what aliens do. Oh my god.
Yes, I do, but not feeling so hot, guys.
The numbers don't matter, you guys. We've got him.
He said the numbers don't matter, we got him? I guess. Looking a little grim there. We had like 2 people down and I was almost dead. Hello?
Come on. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so, you know, it's no wonder things can't get back to some sort of semblance of normal. And I guess the reason why I hesitate to say the word normal is that things were pretty bad when things were normal. You've noticed we've had a lot of change. Not necessarily enough.
This one's looking lethal. Get to cover, quickly.
But throughout the pandemic, we've had some big changes to voting rights, civil rights, workplace relations, one might say. HR, sexual assault cases and stuff. Like, do we really want to go back to pre-George Floyd policing, pre-Activision Blizzard workplaces? You know? Do we want to go back to how voting was in the 1950s or 1912 or something? Like, how good were things 2 or 3 years ago? Not that great for everybody. So, like, yeah, what is normal? I don't really want to go back to it. So when everyone says we need to get back to normal, I'm kind of like, normal for who? For the white guy? For the white dude? For the white guy? Who benefits? Why can't we just live in the now and make proper changes? I need that meme. Society, if voting rights were more equal. Need that meme of the futuristic city. Society, if we had voting rights. 10% increased fire rate. Wow. Hard pass. Exactly, and adapt. Yeah. And we're not out of the woods. I know the Democrats in Texas famously fled to D.C. To appeal to the Congress and our president about the horrible voting rights and other bills that they're attempting to pass here in special session in Texas. I believe that special session has ended, but I think the funny thing is that Abbott can just declare another special session, like, as soon as they come back. Should they come back? Because right now I think they've actually been raising a considerable amount of money to stay in D.C. and to fight for the John Lewis voting rights bill, which would hopefully protect us from what is happening in Texas, where literally Houston had one voting box, polling location, and they want to get rid of, like, drive-through voting, like any sort of convenience or ease of use that we added. They want to get rid of any sort of. They said 24 hours is too long for people to vote. We can't find enough volunteers. I was like, oh, you'll find enough volunteers. Oh, you will. Yeah, you open the floodgates and make it easier for people to vote. You'll find those volunteers. People love democracy. It's America. You'll find those volunteers. Don't sweat that. That was their excuse. And they were like, so we're gonna up it to like 9 hours a day that you can go vote. And they're like, but what about people that have a shift, you know? And they get home at like 2 in the morning or something.
These
How are
tachyon
they
storms
supposed to
are
vote?
way worse in the future.
Why not make voting a
Something when it
national
comes to
holiday? Oh, they don't want to talk about that. Don't want to talk about that. That might be too many people voting that wouldn't be voting for their party. Scary. Sad that's how we
Company.
have to do things around here.
So well.
It's 2021, I had to look and see what year it is. It's 2021. And we still haven't figured out the equal voting rights for everybody. How did we ever get past the Stone Age with this type of mentality? Could we do it again? Could we do it again? I don't know. I don't know if we could.
Trouble here.
Caps out!
Appreciate it.
It's like aiming so slow. I don't understand. He just stole all the kills. I guess that worked. Ouch. Antiquated mindset and laws have to go. Yeah. It's crazy when we can't agree on the basics like that. Like just basic human rights and decency. It's an incredibly scary time for politics. Where you can't even agree on where the middle ground is. This pistol does a lot of damage.
Oh, really felt that one. Really did.
But when I do the charge shot, it's like kind of hard to make sure he doesn't. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know if you saw the news article in Texas about the Texas Senate had passed a bill, but because the Democrats are out of town, there was no quorum, and so it couldn't proceed any further. But it was still a ghastly bill nonetheless. They wanted to remove the teachings of Martin Luther King, his I Have a Dream speech, his letters from the jail, and Susan B. Anthony's stuff about women's suffrage. And they wanted to also remove the teaching that the KKK was morally wrong. So like pretty much rewrite the Civil War, pretty much rewrite Reconstruction, rewrite all of history, and still probably refuse to teach about the Tulsa massacre, you know, which I never learned about until I was in college, and which my mom didn't learn about until she was 64 years old, I believe. Pretty big failure, the like not just Texas education system, but I'd say all of America for covering that one up.
Don't worry, I got you.
And same with the guy that was actually from, did you see that? There was a guy that was from Tulsa that went to school in Tulsa, and he's black, and he didn't know about it. He never learned about it in school. Even the schools in Tulsa were just like, let's shove this under the rug.
Got something in your eye?
Sword down. We've been on the job.
Yeah, just a horrible build. And super racist. I mean, there's no dodging that, how racist that is. you can't say, well I meant you know, we don't want to teach our kids to hate America. You know, that would be really bad. Teach our kids. That was their big excuse, was that learning about Martin Luther King, learning about the Civil Rights era, learning what our own people did to our own people. learning about the Civil War, learning about people burning crosses in people's front yards and lynching people and such, and learning that that is still fresh and that organization is still cooking out there doing work and protesting in our culture, and that we still have Nazis on our streets. Yeah, might teach us to hate America. Like, might teach us we have some work to do, you know? Yeah, it definitely needs to be taught. It's, you know, a lot of history, the Trail of Tears, all these
We got
different
the
things.
sample.
None of it's pretty.
Let's get back to the past.
Nobody's country
I
has
think we've seen more than enough today.
a flawless history of where they were always peaceful and they always did the right thing no matter what. And it's nice that we project that onto ourselves. That's kind of nice that we want to live up to that standard, and that we like to behave in a way at times where we're like, hey, we're really great,
Just
and
got
we
off the
should
phone with
always
Maddie,
make
who is
good decisions and
very
help those
excited
in
about the
need and all that
sample.
kind of
Or
stuff.
just excited about
But
life
then
in
all of a
general.
sudden, you know,
Hard to tell with her. Thanks again,
it's
everyone.
glossed over here in America. But we sure like to puff our chests and pretend that we're doing that. So it's crazy, and all that history has to be taught, even if it's bad, even if it, you know, not gonna teach our kids to hate America. I don't hate America. I might hate what we've become and some of the things we've done in the past, but you know, you have to make up for it somehow. You have to do something. It's the fact that we don't want to change after learning about all that stuff. It's the fact that you notice that the leadership in this country doesn't want to change anything. In fact, they want to kind of cover it up so that things can continue. It's scary. It's just one of the further reasons that we're living in the hellish timeline. This is the worst timeline out of all the timelines. This one looks cool. I'm gonna do that one for now. And also because we need to use up some of the upgrade modules, because space here. Yeah, these obviously have better ratings, but not necessarily better perks. Yeah, and I think this belt's the end game as well. For now. I think they're just insecure about our nation's history, and what do you have to be insecure about unless like your dad was in the KKK or something, you know? Like, what are you afraid of, you know? So we should probably look at all those senators that voted on that bill. Maybe take a little gander at their last names, and you know, if they have some roles where they you know, take roll when they show up for the meetings, or if they have any white hoods at home, you know. Yeah, or I mean, you just worried that we're gonna, you know, some kid's gonna learn that their great grandpa was on the Confederate side, like. That's history. Tachyon Rift breakout. We got the Warbot. Need to do that. Ooh, we need to do a hive. What time is it? I think we're good. If you yeah, if you want to move forward, why try to hide, right? I think there's a lot of insecurity. Forest Hive Elite. Forest Hive. And what kind of loot is that going to give us? Legendary Hero set gear. Legendary priority. I think I want to go with Iron Man? Maybe? It's crazy, and you can't even foster that debate because everything is so polarized. Reach a combo of 6 hits while airborne. Attack an enemy 5 seconds or longer with a sustained laser. Oh, we're gonna get this done. 5 hostages. It's kind of hard to come across even 5. Defeat enemies while airborne. 60. I mean, we could almost finish the challenge card today. But we'll see. We will see. Alright, so Elite Force Dive. Depending on how long this takes, I might have time for another activity I'd like to do. I'd like to get 2 hives done, but let's see. But dude, I don't think Challenge 4 matters. Well, it's already gonna be 150. Well, before we get started, actually regarding the literally every day, if not every half hour, we're learning more about the Activision Blizzard thing. But the what was her name? Frances Townsend. She was the one that posted the problem with whistleblowing tweet literally the day after the Activision news came out. Activision Blizzard news came out. She has deleted her Twitter account or hid it or whatever resources there are. I've never had to do something like that because I'm not crazy. I don't do crazy shit. Not controversial. Pretty boring over here on my Twitter. But yeah, she was like the problem with whistleblowing and just like, I don't know. It's gotten crazy. So every day there is something new. And we just keep hearing like more stories from their workplace. But yeah, I think that was the latest on that, which is just wild. I don't know that we're gonna see. We should see them fired. People at the top are immune to consequences.
You read my mind.
It seems. But those are the kind of conversations we need to have, whether it's about politics or women's treatment in the workplace.
This is one of AIM's higher security hives.
And standing up for others. That's the hardest part is standing up for someone when, you know, that would potentially put your job on the line too. So, would you stand up for someone else if they were being mistreated, even if it meant you losing your job as well? Or being reassigned or otherwise?
Don't these guys ever learn?
Hard to say. It's easy when we're not in that situation to point fingers and be like, oh, would I do that? Oh, surely I would. Yeah, you gotta have morals. It's difficult. I think about it all the time.
The hive entrance is close.
Especially when I'm at church, I'm like, hey, if I see something shady going down, like, am I gonna call it out? even if it would mean my job or mean opposing serious, imposing serious allegations on a church
AIM
fraught
forces are
with
patrolling the area.
cover-ups and abuses. Yeah, it's a hard, tricky, but that's no reason to cower in fear. I don't think it's ever particularly easy to do the right thing, and the right thing is very rarely the popular thing to do. The morals. Another chest here. This is a cool area. I don't know that I've done this hive.
It's safe to say
I might have
AIM
done
are
it
aware of
once.
our presence.
I don't know that I've done it very many times because this area is kind of fresh to me. Plus, the men do get very cozy in that type of environment, If that's how all the men behave on the workforce, it's very
AIM's elite
easy
hive is close by,
for you
Avengers.
to put your morals aside just to be one of the boys, Just to feel like you're a part of something. And then that ends up being, turning it into a boys club. And that's exactly how that harmful culture remains in place, is because everyone at the top is all men and everyone throughout is all men, and they're all protecting each other. It's crazy. So there's no accountability there. And as we said, HR is there to protect the company, not the employees, or only certain employees. Employees with influence or power. They're not here to protect little old you or to allow you to successfully date a colleague. They're usually there to oppose you and to avoid potential lawsuits and such. I don't think I've ever seen an HR that's been, much like I've never seen an insurance company that's on my side. I've never seen that either. So you probably won't find an HR representative that's actually acting in your best interest. I have a catch-22.
Heads up, we got company.
I don't think my insurance company has ever fought for me in any sort of car wreck, fender bender, or otherwise. Or even if I've had damage to my car, like when I had hail damage, they were like, why didn't you just go park somewhere else? Why don't you just buy a fucking garage? You peasant. Like, what did you call me? And then they undervalue your claim. So they essentially waste your time. You have to take time off work so that you can stand by your car while they examine your car and give you a quote that's too low, so that when you go to the company, you have to go back to them again, and then they have to come out and assess your car again and say, oh yeah, I guess we could give you a little bit more since that's what this automotive repair service is charging. We didn't want to give you too much money, we didn't want to actually solve your problem and not actively waste your time. It's wild. So you've seen our government go after the healthcare industry. I think the auto insurance industry needs the same approach as potentially an Obamacare type situation. because that is just like rife with fraud and abuse and just like little to no regulation. Like some of those rates are crazy. I've actively thought about just maybe fixing up my bicycle. Put my guitar on my back. Just so I can save a couple $100 a month. Jesus. Know what I mean? It's insane. Alright, so we're going in. I think it's going to be 5 floors.
I have bypassed elevator security.
Ooh, that was 3 stars. Why was that 3 stars? We got downed, I think. This armor looks cool.
Remember, we are entering one of AIM's higher tier hive facilities.
The chest piece, though, doesn't look like a light, though. That's kind of weird. It's just colored blue. Or like a really light bluish white.
An elite AIM team is close by and on alert. Updating your HUD.
That would have looked better if it had sort of a glow to it.
It's got nothing on us.
Oh, we got 6 floors.
Boy, did you choose the wrong side.
Every member of the elite team must be defeated.
Oh, shoot. Okay. Oh, I didn't think he was throwing it at me. Come on, stun him. Stun him.
Bit of hot water here.
Get in.
All systems are go. I'm in some trouble.
Move. Need my shield.
Excellent. Another agent down. Well done.
Oh, I didn't
Squad member has been
notice the
neutralized.
dome was gone.
Got your back.
Amateur hour here.
Good job, you.
I'm not in my flow state.
Another enemy
Focus
defeated.
here.
The team are no longer a threat.
Some resources though. One out of 6.
Aye. I left Mjolnir in the park. You didn't worry someone would take it. None would be worthy. Come on. There must be something. If there is.
AIM has a server bank nearby.
See how that is. Oh, what's up, Darkseid? What is that? Is that a Link or something? I don't know. You got a bunch of crazy characters. How you doing, man? It's new.
Enemies spotted.
Just playing some Avengers.
You should head for the server bank.
Doing some in-game activity here. This hive.
I'd run if I were you. Well,
Multiple floors of increasingly difficult enemies.
This guy's not getting back up.
Damn, he got everybody. Not too much? All right on, dude. Appreciate you coming by. Don't sweat it, man.
Party time.
I know everyone's busy. Everyone's got their thing to do. What were you playing recently? I know you've been playing a lot of different things. Caught a few streams. Really trying to make sure that all my characters on PC and PS5 are leveled up and prepared for the Wakanda DLC. I'm making a lot of content on that. I play too much. Yeah. I need to get on some Apex as well. I haven't done that since the new update.
Playtime's over, kid.
And maybe there's been additional updates since they added arenas, which I don't know how excited I am about arenas, but it could be a useful tool for people to practice strategies and learn how to handle firefights. Oh, that's right, Back for Blood. Yeah, I did get I got a code today. Is that I didn't get to read the whole email. Is that live yet, or is it preloading?
You should hurry.
I need to get a new SSD. 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central. Oh, yikes. So, really soon.
Heads up, we got company.
Really soon.
There they are.
I don't know. I'm doing the
Neutralized.
live stream probably with Sim tonight. We play Avengers on Thursday nights. I don't know if I'll be able to get on today. Maybe tomorrow. I'll at least get it
Aim will throw
preloaded.
everything at you to keep
I'll
their
do that
servers
after
intact.
this.
Destroy them all.
Yeah, I would love to play some of that. We had a blast when we were last playing it together.
Night, sweetheart.
Yeah, now that Rainbow Six Extraction is delayed, that Back for Blood is going to be our zombie game of the fall winter season. Assuming it doesn't get delayed. Who knows? They might learn from this, recent beta now that they might have more work to do. Kind of like New World did after New World's beta. They announced today that they're pushing back their release date as well. So there's a lot of things. A lot of things changing. And that's where I'm seeing a lot of people that are just like kind of frustrated with how COVID's affected the game industry, but that's just not much we can do about it other than advocate that people make proper decisions for themselves and others. Oh, Cap coming in there.
Why did you choose the wrong side?
Uh-oh. Yikes. But yeah, I'm really excited for Back 4 Blood. That should be really cool. Look at this guy. He's so stupid. He doesn't see me come up next to him and punch him in the face. I am Iron Man. If Avengers came out in the 90s, Robin Williams would be the Hulk.
This hive boasts top-tier security, which is not surprising given its main purpose.
Arnold Schwarzenegger is Thor. What else would we
Head
have?
for the location on your HUD.
I feel like Jim Carrey would be involved somehow.
Your objective is ahead.
Awesome. I love that takedown. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's kind of good I don't see it all the time because you don't want to wear out a good thing. Takedown always makes me smile.
Hard time.
Okay, we're halfway done. Ooh. What's a gamma?
These enemies must be defeated.
Enemies engaged, y'all.
awesome.
Gotta get something off my chest.
Nice.
Night night, sweetheart. Time for some shut-eye.
Meow. Not very nice. I wanted to see what Iron Man's takedown is like. This is insane. What a fight.
The enemies have been defeated.
That was wild. I love stuff like that. That was intense. Okay.
It's killing you, isn't it?
So much stuff.
Not being out in public, hiding like this. No press conferences, no fans.
Nah. It's... No, it's... I mean, it's not being...
An elite AIM team is close by and on alert. Updating your HUD. Head for the location on your HUD.
Okay, just that quick thing there. Hang on, do I have an audio bug? Oh shit. Alright, hang on, let me look at something. Not right now, but from earlier. Yeah, I'll have to redo that video. Yikes. Yep, my audio track got yeah, sometimes when I'm editing the video and I'm like deleting little scenes, it like accidentally selects other stuff, and it's not the first time that I've deleted the audio track on accident. That's absolutely terrible. Wish I could overdub the audio. I wish I could just not have to re-record it, but I think I will.
Not so friendlies.
All right, we'll do that after this. Jeez.
Boy, did you choose the wrong side.
Attack formation!
Look for a chest with gear nearby.
Actually, I might have. I don't know.
Heads up!
There might be a version of that video before I started editing, but before I save changes that might have the audio. I don't know.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
That would happen to me.
I appreciate the help.
That did it. Theo, work your magic.
You're safe now.
I can't believe it happened again. That happens all the time. Well, not all. But this is about like maybe the second or third time I've had
Party time. Wouldn't want to be in
an
your
audio
shoes.
track. I've deleted it by accident.
This guy's not getting back up.
Oh my gosh, what? Adaptoid down here. What are you doing here? Better be some high-end loot down here.
They're done.
Too good to be true. I had that video published right on time. Oh, it was great. Usually takes me about 30 minutes to get it edited and posted, recorded, and all that. For such a simple, like, 8 to 10 minute video. Ah. I think I'd be 6 floors. Why can't it be 5?
Every member of the elite team must be defeated.
Piece of cake or pie. Pie is good too.
Look at him. He's so stupid. He can't do his laser beam into my dome.
One of their agents is down.
Get him, Thor.
Excellent. Another agent down. Well done. That squad member has been neutralized.
That looked kind of cool being on a slant there. Oh, poor guy.
Team are no longer a threat.
Poor guy. Oh, and now we can upgrade because of our champion level here. Light combo finishers deploy a wave of pin particles. Wait. Probably shouldn't have deleted that. I think I like that a little better. What is this garbage? All negative ratings. All negative ratings. Why? Okay. We're good to go. Yeah, I'm gonna have to see. Because I also have the beta for X Defiant downloaded. And doesn't that go live soon too? And that preloaded. There's just so much. There's so many betas,
So
like,
the
all at
Valkyries,
once.
Do they know how you're gonna die?
You keep up with everything.
Figured.
They can see when you're deaf.
Head for the location on your HUD.
Much less have, like, time to play them.
Someone keeping score here? Cause I gotta be winning.
Attack formation! I am
That stinks.
Cast out! Batter up!
So blurry.
The enemies have been defeated.
This is crazy. Can PC players link up with Xbox players? Yeah, unfortunately there is no cross-play or cross-save. The devs do know that that is in demand, as pretty much every developer nowadays probably knows that Cross-play and cross-save are indeed the future of gaming. Yeah, unfortunately, if you have a friend on the Xbox, you should probably pick it up there. Because there's definitely no timetable either. But welcome to the stream, El Kukui. We are playing Marvel's Avengers. We're doing a Hive at the moment, and an Elite Hive, Iron Man, and we're getting down to the last floor here. And hopefully we'll get some killer
are
loot.
Concentrated on the final floor. Be ready. They represent the pinnacle of AIM's synthoid
But yeah, the
technology.
devs do know that's something that people want. But granted, they have a lot of things to work on, probably before they're going to get
An
around
elite
to
AIM
something.
team
Look at
is
how
close
long
by
it
and
took
on alert.
Destiny.
Updating
How long
your
it
HUD.
took Destiny 2 to eventually get
run
around to
if I were you.
cross-play. Finally. And it's not always an easy implementation here. Look at this. They're standing in front of their boys. I can't believe that. That guy took a hit for his friend. They just all stood in front of this adaptoid here. But yeah, definitely worth getting. Definitely worth getting. Now is definitely the time to jump in. With the Black Panther DLC being about 12 days away. That should be enough time to maybe get through the main story and play some of the DLCs, the operations for Kate
for the
Bishop and
location on your
Hawkeye.
Heads up, we
Get
got
through
company.
those. Uh-oh. Ooh, just barely cut that corner. That's not nice. Yeah. Good stuff. Oh.
Not feeling so hot, guys. Help me out here.
Uh-oh. Being shielded. Uh-oh. He's healing. Oh, and now he has a shield. No. No. Where is this pesky little... Alright, Thor, that was beautiful. Well timed. Muspelheim's Torment. AoE attack here. Everything in this red zone burns. Yeah, that was incredibly well timed. Sometimes the AI will surprise you. Okay, I think this is the final room. So hopefully we get some exotic gear for Iron Man. Or at the very least, I think we're gonna get 2 legendaries, which are
Every
gold.
member of the elite team must be defeated.
Oh my god. Yes. You gotta kill him.
One of their agents is down.
Okay, might need a minute. Or 10.
No. I went in, I was so fierce.
An elite AIM team is close by and on alert.
I'm not doing this fight again.
Updating your HUD.
If there's enemies right here, no. Don't spawn, don't spawn, don't spawn. Okay, cool. At least they're not making me redo that. Alright. Got a little greedy and then I tried to get out and then that was impossible. Okay, so we got 3 adaptoids, but
every member of the elite team must be
this
defeated.
adept one here is... Oh my god, he's definitely high priority. Really? Get his shield back before I get up there. Yes, 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 yes. That's not gonna kill him.
One of their agents is down. Another agent down. Well done. That squad member has been neutralized. Another enemy defeated. The team are no longer a threat.
Hostiles!
Got him. 4-side elites complete.
Our work hasn't been in vain.
All right, what do we
It
get?
turns out the hives we've destroyed have all been prototypes for something much larger and much harder to take out. AIM is close to completing a super hive. With dozens of floors and enough security to stop any single Avenger, this production factory is enough to flood the streets of America with AIM synthoids. We can't allow this thing to ramp up to full production, and it's going to take the full might of the Avengers to take it down. Good work. I will stay alert for any new elite hives that appear.
One more hive. Oh, the last Avenger standing mission chain, yeah. This is what I was doing on PS5. Yeah, it's quite a mission chain, but it does drop that in-game gear. And the gauntlet. That's so much. It's with the missiles. I don't want to do missiles. Come on. Look at this. It's all missiles. Except for this. Laser and repulsor on that. My gamma laser here. I want to do missiles, man. Come on. Alright, helicarrier. Alright, I think that's where I'm gonna have to wrap it up, because I do need to re-record that video from earlier, probably. And that'll just take a few minutes, I'm sure, but I'll get that done. Don't forget about tonight, 9 p.m. Central is our typical start time for Marvel's Avengers on PS5. Me and Sim will be playing. Let's see, other than that, yeah, I think that's it for right now. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a great day. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed the content, and we'll see you next time. Take care.
Commander